What's going on YouTube? It's YDD and we have my Cyber Dragon Montage here. Uh, this first match here is against Monarchs, but I'm not really going to talk too much about the gameplay because as you can see it's going super fast and it'll be hard for me to keep up. I'm just going to talk more about the deck. As you can see in this I this first match I have the artifacts in, but after this I changed the deck to take them out completely and just play hand traps in the main, and I feel like that was working very well, but the build is completely changed at this point. So tomorrow I'm going to drop an updated deck profile and then a match with the updated deck. None of these matches on here, I have 7 matches, none of them have the updated version, the one I'm currently playing right now, in them, so you won't be seeing any replays of that, but I do have one replay to go along with the deck profile tomorrow. Uh, yeah, so this is game 3 of this first match against Monarchs. Uh, I mean, I feel like the deck has some real potential. I just don't know if the Pepe matchup is going to be winnable for it. It could be, but we'll see. I'm going to keep working with it. I really like the deck. Cyber Dragon has always been one of my favorite archetypes. You know, I was a real big fan of Zane in the GX series. That's actually my favorite series. I like Zane, and as you can see, my little picture is Chaz, so he's also. I like everybody. There's not a character I dislike, and yeah, so I won that first match against Monarchs, and then this one I believe is Stellar Knights. Stellar Knights, yeah, it is. And here I'm just gonna be setting up for some plays next turn. Uh, I believe my Infinity ends up getting Solemn Strike. Uh, that's the one thing about this deck that's really good is it makes Infinity super easy, and it actually puts use to Nova, a lot of use to Nova. Nova's very, very good in this deck because you can special a Cyber Dragon from the grave, and then when it dies, you special summon a Cyber Dragon or Cyber Fusion monster from the extra. So I play Cyber End in there because I feel like he's the best one to bring off Nova. It's not like that effect resolves too often. Usually your opponent can play around it correctly, but if it ends up happening, it's definitely worth it to have the Cyber End Dragon in there. Um, Another thing, in my deck profile, I didn't play Power Bond, but I realized very quickly that Power Bond helps you OTK very easily. So I had to throw back in Power Bond. I believe I'm playing 2 Overload Fusion and 3 Power Bond because Power Bond's very good. And then I think this match right here is another Monarch one. Monarchs is, when they have that field spell, it's very hard for you to win, but it's definitely possible. You can get around it. But if they don't have that field spell, it's usually just a very easy victory for you. The deck doesn't give you too much trouble at all. But yeah, I was trying to get a variety of decks, but honestly, it didn't take too many matches. I think there were only the only matches I didn't use for this are the ones where I either disconnected or they just weren't they're not good substance in the match, whether I killed them real quick or I bricked or whatever. But really, I played about 10 matches in total to get 7 usable matches. I got one match against Pepe, but it didn't work out very well for me. I ended up losing because I think he had vanities one game, and then the other game I bricked. So I decided just not to use it because it didn't show too much interaction between the two decks. So I didn't feel like the replay would even be useful. I wanted replays that were useful for this video, so you guys could see what this deck can do. Yeah, Majesty Fiend is probably going to get him the game here. It's really hard for me to get around that card. So I end up losing this match here in Game 3 to the Majesty Fiend. It's really hard to out that card, It's not like once that card gets dropped, unless you have the right Geki or something to get around it, you're just going to lose. And you'll see that I did. So I believe that's the only match I actually suffer a loss in this whole entire video. The speeds of the match are speeded up by times 10 on all of them, I'm pretty sure. So if it's moving too fast for you, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments. I'll slow it down for the future videos. But I was just trying to have some speed duels in here for you guys. In the future, if you'd rather me commentate over what's going on in the match, let me know. Or if you like this, we can continue to do speed duels like this, where I just talk to you, or I'll put music in the background if this video ends up not coming out too well. All right, and then I'm trying to remember. Is this the? I think this might be the Cosmo, or no, it's another Monarch match. There is I did get a Cosmo match, and oh, well, he scooped it up. So we're gonna go. I think. Oh no, this is the one where I think I play against Yusenju's. I'm pretty sure. Yep, Yusenju match. Which, I mean, I was thinking about not putting this match in here, but I end up making some pretty nice OTKs, so I figured it's worth it to put it in there anyways. And then game 2, I believe we actually have a decent little grind go here. I'm gonna strike the comma 1 and then decree him, and he ends up making the Kangoring. So when he goes to attack over my guy, I'll limit her, and then before it dies on the end phase, I end up using my Twin Twister to banish my guy and get rid of his back rows, just because, like, I want that overload fusion to be set up, and as you see, it is set up right here for me to make a nice push. I pop my decree in case he has a something in the battle phase, because I had warning set, and I win that match. So it's pretty cool. And then this is the Cosmo match, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. Yeah, it definitely is the Cosmo match. This is a really cool match. And as you can see, I'm going to max. I should have called 8 here. That was a slight misplay I made. I called 12 on the reasoning because I wanted to draw off the max C. But then he ends up making Meteor Burst and pushing through the max C to kill me in the battle phase. But I think if I would have called 8, he might not have been able to kill me there. I don't know. But I don't think it really matters, because against Cosmo, if they don't OTK you, they're going to have a hard time winning, because as you know, Cyber Dragon is really good against Cosmo because you can just contact and their big guys don't get the effect. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to play around everything, make a fortress first, and then search, because I have the Cyber Dragon in the grave. Very good. And I'm just trying to force out that little straw man, and then I just, like, he can't win after that. It's just GG right there. 2 fortresses and an infinity. I'll let that slide and then stop the reasoning, and he scoops. And then for game 3, that's a pretty strong hand I open there. I'm pretty sure he's just, like, doesn't have, like, getting the Tin Man off the reasoning was not good for him. And then he Raigekis just to get my electromagnetic turtle in the grave, and I stop him from making that big push. And then here comes my big push on him. And then here, I see that he's got the Wicked Witch, so I'm going to Vanities on end phase just so I can keep making him lose 1,000 every turn, and hopefully I'll end up winning this way. And right now I'm playing around a Solemn Strike because that's really the only card I lose to, so I'm just trying not to use Affinity. I don't use it here because I'm like, alright, what's the worst that can happen? And he gets rid of the Vanities because he has to. And then I have my Solemn Strike to stop his Tin Man, and I win on this turn, I'm pretty sure. I'm still playing around the Solemn Strike right now, though. I figured that would put him down to 15 out of range of the card. It'd be the best play there, rather than pushing through. But I actually could have killed him on that previous turn if I would have done a correct play. And then I believe this is the last match against Burning Abyss. And yeah, this is a decent match, actually. Honestly, I mean, game 1, not too much player interaction. I'm pretty sure I just shred him. I don't play through a max C there just because I don't want him to draw. I feel like he had a weak hand there. So I'm going to go Pallades, try to get over his guy. Then he plays that new counter trap, which I guess is pretty good for Burning Abyss. It's like if your opponent activates a monster effect, you pitch a monster. If they activate a spell, you pitch a spell, and if they activate a trap, you pitch a trap, and then you negate the card. It's pretty good for BA. And you Horn the Heavens that, which I don't think was good because I can just banish it to special Cyber Dragon. And then he's trying to say I can't use my Galaxy, and I can. I just can't search again with this effect. I was thinking about Raigeki the field, but I figured it's just better to Infinity and negate the Dante's effect. Then I decided 3 Flying Sea and some Decrees and Dankos. And, you know, those are really good cards against BA. And I opened double Flying Sea, double Danko, which was pretty ridiculous. And I just Flying Sea right on the tour guide, which I guess is essentially is kind of a misplay. I should have let him summon this guy first, but I think he would have grabbed Graph either way. And then I just Danko, attack over. And he's going to crash. I'm going to drop Flying Sea again. And then on my next turn, I actually cheat a little bit, and I want to apologize. I attack over the Graph and switch to defense position main phase 2, which is an illegal play on my part, but I really don't think it would have had too much difference in the outcome of the match. But, you know, it is what it is. I shouldn't have done it. He would have maybe been able to make a push, but then again, his back rows are locked, so he can't really do too much with his BA stuff. So yeah, slight cheat on my part. Well, not slight. It like literally is just a cheat. And this is a nice little interaction. He Mind Crush calls Cyber Dragon. I Twin Twister, get it out, and then he Mind Crush again for Danko, and that'll just lose him the game right there. So I really don't think the slight cheat on my part mattered too much. And then I just Overload Fusion into him, and this is gonna be game. So this video is about to wrap up here, so I just want to say don't forget to like and comment, also subscribe, and tomorrow don't forget I'm also coming out with the updated deck profile plus a duel video with that deck. Yeah, so I guess this will be a good time to leave. YDD out. Take it easy, guys. Peace.